People are having trouble withdrawing their money from Coinbase. Also, Celsius talks about how the firm mismanaged funds. Welcome to Everything Currency. This is a show where we talk about everything crypto and mo. I'm your host Jay, and today I want to talk to you a little bit about these centralized firms, these CDeFi, which is kind of stupid to me to be saying that we have decentralized, centralized, but it doesn't really make sense. But we're going to talk about Celsius, we're going to talk about Coinbase, and we're going to talk about why we should be focused on decentralization in the first place, because you only figure that out in the bear market when things start going bad. So let's just take a look right into it. So right here we have this article from the Daily Huddle. It says, former Celsius executive alleges that the firm was manipulating the CEL token and neglecting compliance. Now, the firm was manipulating the token. Now, I want to just throw this out there and say there's probably a bunch of firms that manipulate their token, like for sure, because you know they think we're in the wild west, so they figure they can do whatever they want to do. People get greedy, all type of stuff like that. But when we scroll down right here, it says, according to a report by the CNBC, Celsius former director of finance crimes compliance Tim Cradle says that the embattled company was allegedly neglecting compliance laws and manipulating the price of its native asset CEL long before filing for insolvency. Cradle says Celsius' biggest issue was managing risk. Now, I guarantee you that your biggest issue is probably managing risk as well. My biggest issue was managing risk until I realized that it's all about managing risk. It's really all about managing risk. But coming down, it says the biggest issue was the failure of risk management. I think Celsius had a good idea. They were providing a service that people really needed, and they weren't managing risk very well. They had a service that people really needed. People didn't need that service. People wanted that service because they were too lazy to learn how to do it on their own in a decentralized way. So they went with Celsius, and now look at what happens. Now, some people, I saw a guy on YouTube yesterday saying he lost 400,000K. No, he lost 400K due to Celsius, which he was probably thinking, yeah, I got all this money, I can just throw it into Celsius, I'm gonna be making 10% a year, my kids are gonna be rich, this is good, I'm gonna be making $1,000 a month passively and all this stuff, which passive income in crypto is great. It's here. We have those high percentages for a reason. But with people like Celsius, they do stuff like take your deposits in, take out loan on those deposits, reinvest those deposits, lose money, and then not be able to pay it back. They get a leverage call. This is why they're in court in the first place. But now we're finding out the dirty news behind all this stuff is that they were like managing risk. They weren't managing risk well. They were doing a whole bunch of messed up stuff to people's coins in a place where they think they can get away with it because they think that this is the wild west, when it really isn't. They're probably going to get in trouble for some of the stuff if they were doing anything illegal. If they weren't doing anything illegal, then unfortunately the people who invested in this are going to be the ones who lose. And there might be some court case where they get like $100 or something like that. That guy who put 400K might get $100 or something like that. So decentralization is key. If you go through this market, you got Three Arrows Capital, you got Celsius, you got, the Luna Foundation, which people said was decentralized, but obviously, it could be arguably that there were people behind that, but we won't go there. But for sure, Celsius and these issues that I'm about to talk about with Coinbase and Three Arrows Capital, these are extremely centralized companies who hopped into the crypto space and then lost a whole bunch of people money. They try to run a crypto company like a bank, and then look at what happens. As soon as the volatility hits, we're in trouble. Also, the SEC just put out a list of like 34 new exchanges that are that they're going to be under their radar. So if you have your tokens on exchanges, I urge you, do not do that. There's free wallets where you can custody your own assets, but I will notify you guys, a lot of those do charge fees and stuff like that. But hey, so does Coinbase. So let's take a look at Coinbase right here. Coinbase exec says no exposure to bankrupt firms. They have no exposure to the firms that are getting bankrupt. I find that very hard to believe, but hey, we'll believe them for now. Well, let's go look right here. Coinbase cites technical issues for users' difficulty accessing funds. What? Like, what? This is another reason why we have the blockchain. The Bitcoin blockchain has not gone down. You know, there hasn't been a time where they said, you know what, you just can't get your funds right now. You might have to pay more to get your funds when the network is, you know, clogged up and stuff like that. But imagine if you were in a country where Bitcoin is your legal tender and you can't access your funds because of a technical difficulties, according to Coinbase. So I wanted to show you this thing that was posted on IG earlier from CoinSauce News. It says Coinbase deletes Reddit post and comments about users having an issue. Now, people having an issue is not the big deal, because if they have a technical issue and they come out and they're straight up front with it and they say, hey guys, my bad, you're using our service, we got to fix it. Fine, go ahead and fix it. I'm okay with that. Banks have issues. Sometimes shit happens. But when they're deleting people's comments and not letting people talk about it, we got like screenshots from people. You know, I'm not sure how real this is now that I look at it, because it had the whole phone in it. But if you look right here, it says, do not use Coinbase. Coinbase restricted my account. Impossible to withdraw funds. Pretty sucky for this person. Also, I do know there's somebody else who's big in the crypto space who basically Coinbase said, can you prove to us where you got this money from? We need to see transactions. We need to see this. We need to see that. And the guy made all his money doing NFTs. You know, he did all his money doing NFTs. He said, well, I could basically just send you the OpenSea transactions or whatever, but Coinbase literally wants a picture of him, a picture of the, you know, they want too much information in order for him to access his own funds right at this time in the market where Coinbase shut down its affiliate marketing program. You remember you used to get $10 or something like that for referring your friends to Coinbase. It was $100 when I first started, but now it was $10, and now they just got rid of it. The NFT marketplace was a total disaster. Nobody bought anything on Coinbase NFT. If you did, let me know in the comments if you actually used Coinbase NFT marketplace. I didn't even know it released. I didn't even know it released. They laid off 1,100 employees. This was expected. I was expecting this to happen in the bear market because they need more people when the market's busy, just like FedEx needs more people when it's Christmas time. So I expected that. Stock is down almost 85% from all-time high. Now the stock isn't that old to be down 85%, but hey, with the whole market being in shambles, whatever. And they canceled Coinbase Pro, which was one of their flagship products for the longest amount of time. So Coinbase seems to be in a bit of trouble. People are having issues and they're blowing it off like everything's fine, but they are admitting that there's a technical issue. Yeah, the technical issue is that you centralized folks is not handling things the right way. Now, get your stuff in your own wallet. You have to custody your own crypto. It's like the whole point of crypto is to hold. I have links in the description for the SafePal wallet and for the Ledger wallet. Those are affiliate links, but those are the two wallets that I use. Those are the two wallets that I have. The SafePal wallet is a lot cheaper, and the SafePal wallet has a little bit more options because it does have connections to the BSC, the Binance Smart Chain. So check out the SafePal wallet if you were looking for a recommendation for a wallet. But interesting things going on in the market right now. You guys stay safe out there. The charts at this point in time could still be trapping people, so just stay safe right there. Have fun, and yeah, get your coins off of these exchanges, because you see what happened to Celsius, and now look, Coinbase, and when it comes to like doing DeFi on your own, chances are if you custody your assets, find some type of liquidity protocol that's legit, use Aave, do other things like that, you'll even get a higher percentage than you would on Coinbase anyway. And like I said, if you don't know how to do that stuff, I have courses for it. But and let me know in the comment box. I'll just make a video about it if you want to learn how to do anything in this market and providing liquidity. I do have videos on that already. So yeah, just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about these decentralized exchanges and how they're just messing up all over the place. And like for me, I don't feel like they didn't know. They're not that dumb. They didn't know. A lot of these guys probably at Celsius and all this stuff, I heard somebody say, hey, you know what, it's funny that you see that these guys at Celsius spent money on yachts and stuff like that right before all this stuff happened. And of course, this is the reason why we go for decentralization in the first place, so we can avoid anybody being a bad actor. You know what I'm saying? They're probably good people. They're probably good people, but greed can make you do some messed up things, and you think that everything's going to be okay, and then somebody loses 400K, their whole life savings. So rant over. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. I know you guys notice I be saying a whole bunch of messed up shit sometimes. But yeah, subscribe to the channel, like the video. Yeah, I said that right. I had it. Till next time, y'all. Peace.